Let us look at proposition number 16 of book 9 of Euclid's Elements. The proposition says, if two numbers are relatively prime, then the second is not to any other number as the first is to the second. So what the proposition is saying is that if we have two numbers which are relatively prime, then there is no other number with which B can form a ratio which is equal to the ratio of A is to B. Okay, let's see how we can prove this. Given two numbers A and B, relatively prime, since it is not possible, so let us say that if possible, let number C be such that A is to B equal to B is to C. A and B are the least numbers forming the ratio A is to B. Why? Because they are relatively prime. Now, least numbers measures those with the same ratio, same number of times. Antecedent to antecedent, consequent to consequent. So, A will measure B, B will measure C the same number of times. So, A measures B, A also measures itself. That means A measures both A and B. But remember here, A can measure itself. But can it measure B? No, because they are relatively prime. So not possible since A and B are relatively prime. So we can conclude that there is no number such C such that A is to be equal to B is to C where A and B are relatively prime. So that is proposition number 16 of book 9 of Euclid's Elements. Again, let me remind you, there is a link to a PDF book which describes all these propositions in detail. Please feel free to download it, refer to it, and if you think somebody else can benefit from it, please do share. That's it for now.